Hi, I am Reverie Molina from the Sugarland Branch Library. I am here to show you the different ways to create and insert tables in MS Word version 2010. The first thing you need to have is data, which you want to put in a table. List your items however way you see fit. Also, categorize your items into major groups as best as you can and count the items on your list. I have here an example of an important list, at least for me. It has ballet-related items that I need to keep around for my daughter's dance lessons. With the sample list, I assign it in 3 groups: item name, where to buy, and how many to buy. I also note that there are 5 items on my list. We'll hang on to these information because we'll use them later. On your document, set your cursor to the place where you want to put your table. Then let's look at the different options on how to insert or create tables. All these options can be found in the Insert command at the menu bar. So after you click on Insert, you will see different options, but we'll focus on Table options and click on it. Then you'll see the Insert Table box. This is one of the ways to create tables in Word. This option involves this matrix of blank squares. Each square represents a cell in your table. A cell is where you input one item or data on your table. If you hover your mouse on the top leftmost empty square, you will see the table description 1x1 table. This is read as 1 by 1 table. On your document, you should also see a single rectangle that formed and which represents one cell in your table. Let's take a closer look at this description. The first number, or the number before the lowercase x, refers to the number of columns in the table. A column is equivalent to the number of groups you assign to your data. The second number, or the number after the lowercase x, refers to the number of rows in the table. A row is equivalent to the number of items from your data. For my sample list, I assigned 3 groups and 5 items, so I should create a table with 3 columns and 5 rows. In other words, I need a 3 by 5 table to start with. So if you hover your mouse further right and down to the 3 by 5 table, you will also see a table with 3 columns and 5 rows on your document. Press Enter and you will see an empty table with 3 columns and 5 rows. Note also that the menu bar will automatically open to the Design option. This contains editing choices for your table. However, details on how to do this will not be covered at this tutorial. So back to our table. If you fill out this table with your data by typing each information in each cell, the final spreadsheet will look like this. The second option involves the Insert Table command found below the matrix of blank squares. If you click on this option, a box will appear, and this is where you input your data's columns and rows. In my example, I put in 3 for the columns and 5 for the rows. Just leave the other options with the default information and press OK. You will end up with a table similar to the previous one. Again, you still need to manually type information in each cell, so you can have a table that looks like this. The third option involves the Draw Table command. Scrolling down and hovering on this option gives you its description. This command basically allows you to create a table cell by cell. So after you click on the Draw Table option, a pencil symbol will appear. Click, drag, and hold the cells where you want your table to be, then release hold to show the cell. Add as many cells as you need on your table. Using my sample list, I need to make 15 cells, so my blank table will look like this. And just like in the other 2 options, I need to input information in each cell. The fourth option involves Excel spreadsheet. This option is manageable if you have prior experience with Excel. So put your cursor at the place where you want your spreadsheet to be. Then go to Insert, Table, and scroll down to click on the Excel spreadsheet option. A small spreadsheet screen should appear on your screen. Input your data in the Excel spreadsheet, bearing in mind that uppercase letters pertain to columns and numbers on the left pertain to the rows. You can also adjust the column width and fonts in the Excel spreadsheet as well. Then go back to your document and click on any part outside of the spreadsheet and in the document to insert the table. And the table should look like this. As you can see, you still need to edit this table so it will have borders. But again, editing the table is not part of the tutorial. Now, if you are comfortable with Excel, there is a quicker way to insert a spreadsheet into Word, and this is my fifth option. So you start by opening your spreadsheet in Excel. Okay, as you can see, the screen shows my Excel spreadsheet. Click and highlight your entire spreadsheet, then copy the spreadsheet using the Control-C command. After you do so, you should see your spreadsheet enclosed by a box with broken lines, denoting that copying is in progress. Then go to your Word document and park your cursor to where you want your Excel copied spreadsheet to appear. Then paste your Excel copied spreadsheet using the prompt Control-V, and your table will appear like this in Word. The sixth option in the Insert Table menu is Quick Tables. This option allows you to use the many pre-made tables in the program. After you click on this option, you scroll down to see the built-in choices that seems appropriate for your data. For my sample data, the tabular list seems to be useful, so I choose this. After you do so, your table will look like this, with program default information that has 2 columns only and more rows than you need. So you need to adjust your table, and this is how to do it. After you input your data, your preliminary information, you can add columns by right-clicking on your mouse, and these boxes will appear. Scroll down and click on Insert to lead to another smaller box which has several options. So we choose an option, and in our case, Insert Columns to the Right is appropriate, so we click on that. If we go back to our table, we will see another column in gray. This is where we can add our information. After doing so, our new table will then look like this. However, we're not yet finished. We still need to remove rows. To do so, we right-click on our mouse again after we highlight those cells and rows that we want to delete. So after right-clicking our mouse, this box will appear. We then scroll down and choose Delete Cells, which will open another box. In this box, we choose Delete Entire Row because that's what we want to do. Then our final table will then look like this. Last but not the least, the seventh option to create a table in Word is through the Convert Text to Table command. When you open the menu options in Table, you can see here that this option is in gray because there are no texts linked to it yet. But if we go back to our sample text and highlight what we want to convert, then go back to menu, we'll see now that this option is in black. This indicates that we can now use it as a command. So scroll down and click on it, and the Convert Text to Table box appears. Input the number of columns. In our case, we put 3. Down at the section Separate Text At, click on Other only because our text is separated by dash signs. Then we press OK. Your table will then look like so. And with some retyping of our information, it will look like a decent table, like this. So as you saw, there are different paths to create a table in Word. Please watch out for more tutorial videos from the library. Thanks for listening.